Hello, everybody. So
Hello.
it's Ivana here from Hand in Hand with African Women team. And today with me, there is another team member, Marie Constant, that we would like to introduce you to and to hear more about who is Marie, what she does, what she's been through in Hand and everything. So welcome, Marie. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for having
So,
me. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Definitely a bit nervous, new to lives, but yeah, it's cool to be here.
yeah, we're going more and more public, so that's good for
Yeah,
our followers to see our faces too. But
yeah,
it's
right.
out of our comfort zone sometimes also, but it's okay. Good. So I think so. If there is somebody joining us live, also you can also post a question or give us a like or something to support us. And so, Marie, for the beginning, tell us who you are, what you do in Hand in Hand and out of Hand in Hand, and like, yeah, what do you see? What is your passion? What's your mission?
So within Hand in Hand, honestly, it's been just really a real blessing to be able to be part of it where I'm at. I just remembered a few years ago, Lucille and I were talking. I'll probably get more occasion to get more into that, but I was one of the students that traveled with her back when she did those international practicum trip. And essentially, like I know I'll speak probably for a lot of students, we just wanted that experience to keep living on. So a few years ago when Lucille approached me, she had been retired for some time and she's like, hey, I want to make something, let's look into it. So I just like proud supporter from the very beginning and before we
Mm-hmm.
even knew what it was going to be. And so now to be able to see hand in hand and to get to be part of it where it's needed, it's very exciting. And outside of hand in hand, actually, that's the place from which I shared with Lucille is I'm part of a nonprofit organization, so I work with them as their certified teacher, responsible of their programs. In the past year, as their director, so I got to share
Mm-hmm.
some of that expertise because I was involved with them. Essentially, we have leadership programs, but we equip young people in the difference that they can make today, whatever they're passionate about. There's differences and ways that they can be involved, like from the age that they are now. So it's really cool how that transfers into my work and my involvement with hand in hand as well, I should say, not only with our mamas but also the kids and their communities that they're involved with, um, and how they want to create that sustainability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a beautiful synergy, and it's the whole ecosystem. As you said, it's not only our mamas that we
Yeah,
work directly with them, but they have their
yeah,
their children in the community, being in Mama
yeah,
Charity,
exactly.
who has the I don't know 120 right now. I stopped
Yeah,
counting when it went
yeah,
up above
yeah.
100.
Yes, it
Yeah,
changes
so
really quick.
that's
But just
really
to
yeah. Go ahead.
and just to add, yeah, sorry, just to add as well, that is what I'm passionate about. Like for me, that program specifically that I work with now, it made a difference for me when I was younger, even at the end of high school. It equipped me in ways to be able to be part of my community now. So I'm really excited to be involved with Hand in Hand. That's an organization that's doing the same things for mamas and for kids and for other members of communities to be equipped to be able to make the difference and get to grow and be part of something bigger. So yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, so maybe you can elaborate a little bit this on this more like what was specifically that helped you with the develop what kind of skills like that you are very young in a leadership position in the director position
Yeah.
which is challenging also, but like what are the skills that like young woman or young person needs to develop when it comes to leadership?
Mhm. I think a big part of it was that community, having other people like seeing you and giving you feedback. It's not comfortable all the time, but they're the people that are there with you. They're in it with you. So that was a huge part of it. And I can't say that enough. Just like having other people that get to know you, and that's also what I'd like to be for young people. Like having someone that's journeying with you and that sees you and can give you like the right kind of feedback, and also the right challenges in ways that you can communicate,
Mm-hmm.
in ways that you can share what you're passionate about, essentially in what you do. And with hand in hand, a big part of it, and also on the international trip, was to be able to be part of it, like where you are in life. Like life goes on and challenging happens. We know that the last
Yeah.
2 years were definitely not easy ones,
Mm-hmm.
but to be able to continue to journey together and to be able to do it like wherever where we're at, and to be able to learn to be open and vulnerable in a certain way as well. And I feel Lucille, like our founder, models that well, but also everyone on our team, but just like leading by example, essentially in the way that they're involved and that they really shined what they're passionate about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, beautiful. I really like the community part that you highlighted, because that's really important, the interaction with people, that like we give each other
Yeah,
challenges, support at the same time, and
yeah,
that really makes us move forward. And so that's what
yeah.
we are creating here, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Great. And so when was exactly the trip to Africa that you did with Lucille? Back in what you mentioned, when you were a student still, just to put a little bit on a timeline, and just
Time
also
for,
if you
yeah,
could say if it was your only trip, or like did you travel more times, and who do you know personally also from hand in hand
yeah.
mamas?
Okay. So the trip that I'm realizing was almost 10 years ago. It was in 2013, the spring of 2013. So the time went by really quickly. And from the hand in hand team, like Kristen, who you can read about on our website, and Lucille also was this is the professor that led us there, and Kristen and I were both like students. I only went the 1 year, like most, I think most students only went 1 year because it was in our international
Hmm.
practicum through our education degree. So we needed to have different occasions for our practicums. But I remember also the impact it had. Like it started at home. Like we got to choose an opportunity to make a difference in our community, like where we lived, and with those skills and that mindset, we went um, we went to the different communities, and I got to meet Mama Dinah back in the day, which is very exciting now to see where she's at, like almost 10 years later, and to be now involved on a new level in the project that she's doing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's amazing. Yeah. So
Yeah,
the idea, or like what you created there, was really living for some time, and then it found its
yeah,
way how to be expressed in the world. That Lucille
yeah.
wanted to start officially the organization that is now really helping the communities to thrive. So that's
Mhm.
really amazing. So what was also like what was for you, or what is for you now? Maybe it has a little bit shifted, but like what is for you something that you see that the biggest impact or a shift that we are creating with hand in hand? That like what was this, maybe the seed that you had back then, and now it's
Yeah.
growing into a plant.
Uh what I the actual term is not coming to me right now, but like the way I remember Lucy said it, it's like the fact that we don't need a passport to be able to be involved in such a worldwide way to have such an impact. And I remember like coming back when I first came back, like I graduated shortly after and I was teaching, and being able to send letters through like from my students to Kenya or Togo where they went at the time, and receiving some, just like to see the light that it brought and the connection that it created. I think that's the power in the name, right? Hand in hand, we are working together. We are bringing skills and passions and heart and light as women, and getting to contribute and support each other in our levels of energy, in our skill set, in so many different ways. And that's really what's impacting me. And that's what that's the light where it started then, and that's what's carrying it now, that this gets to live on and look differently, even in the last 10 years, just to see how much has changed. But just in the last couple of years too, since Hand in Hand started. I don't know if some of you got to watch the video of Mama Dinah with the water flowing. Like, that's things to celebrate, and there's still so much more to come. It's only the beginning.
Yeah. I think that's beautiful to see already, like the videos that were shared and mamas from the community of Mama Dinah dancing on the water. I think that's really, we felt the connection with them very much. Like I wanted to dance with them. I mean, that's really as you said, you don't need a passport to travel there to be physically present, but there is really this field that we are creating that is connecting us, and that's very supportive. And physically we don't need to be together to really make an impact and change lives. So that's great. So, and as you said, we are also like, we are only women in our team, so it's really a kind of that we are also promoting in some way the feminine leadership, collaborative leadership, and the community importance or community focus centered leadership. So what do you also see, maybe like, why do we need this kind of leadership now in these challenging times?
Something that came to mind is also how it impacts, like, through the generations. And so I think in the long term, everyone gets impacted. And through this time, I know, like, for myself, being able to see and recognize yourself not only like as a woman in a position of leadership and things that you're passionate about, but just that would keep inspiring people through their different journeys and different places where they are. And I think it's important now, because in the last 2 years, something that I've really seen, like working with young people, is maybe there's been a kind of disconnection with mentorship and being able to have different experiences. So with opportunities with Hand in Hand, with just being out there and doing lives, even though I'm super nervous doing them, I know it makes a difference in people being able to see themselves, being able to recognize themselves, or just being able to be inspired or get ideas. And I think it's so important because it's made an impact for me, right? Like, when we keep going, I think we just spark lights for other people, and it makes a difference in ways that we might never know.
Yeah, wonderful. I believe that, like, there was a lot of sparking also in this interview. I believe also our followers will also be inspired. I am definitely inspired by also you, Mari, and what you bring in Hand in Hand and what we create together. It's really something extraordinary, I have to say. So we are still fundraising for Mama Dinah's community for those who would like to donate. We do have the water coming out, so that's really the first step. But we still miss the support that we need to bring the water closer to the community. So we need a solar panel and we need the power tower and all that. So all the information is also available on our website. So we would appreciate still if you keep supporting us or connect with us in a different way. There is a newsletter you can subscribe for that you already know who is writing it. We had an interview with Eliana. So that's wonderful. And to also present Mari as another member of our growing team even. So
Yeah,
thank you so
yeah.
much for stepping out of your comfort zone, Mari. I really enjoyed time spent with you. And yeah, so we keep growing our community and our ecosystem.
Yes. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity to do this live and to get to share that spark and energy. And also, just everyone just go on the website, read the stories. It's very exciting stuff that's happening, and I'm really thankful to. Again, I can't say it enough. Just like journey from where we're at and be part of it and celebrate with the mamas.
Yeah, so join us on this journey. We would like to see you there. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Have a beautiful day.